Hello and welcome to the history of Fallout New Vegas. In today's episode, we'll be covering Vault 21, and here we go. But before we begin, I'd just like to remind everyone to recycle all of your aluminum cans. It's good for the environment and okay for you. And also remember it's pronounced aluminum and not aluminium, as it was America that discovered aluminum, and not the English. And here we go. Today, we're diving deep into the Fallout New Vegas universe to explore one of the most unique vaults in the Mojave, Vault 21. Nestled right under the glitz and glamour of the New Vegas Strip, this vault has a wild story tied to gambling, tough choices, and the one and only Mr. House. So grab your Pip-Boy, shuffle those cards, and let's check out what makes Vault 21 so special. Vault 21 was one of those classic Vault-Tec creations, built to survive the Great War and house a small community in a post-apocalyptic world. But like every Vault in the Fallout series, it came with a twist. Vault 21's experiment? Everything, yes, everything was decided by gambling. Disputes, leadership, even who got the last Nuka-Cola, settled with a deck of cards or a roll of the dice. Imagine living in a place where your fate could hinge on a game of blackjack. The idea was to test how a society would function when chance was the ultimate decision maker. The Vault's residents were a mix of gamblers and sharp-minded folks who thrived in this high-stakes environment. They turned Vault 21 into a bustling underground casino, complete with slot machines, poker tables, and a vibe that screamed pre-war Vegas. It was like living in a retro casino bunker. Pretty cool, right? Fast forward to the events of Fallout New Vegas, and Vault 21 is no longer just an underground gambling den. By the time you, the courier, stroll onto the Mojave, Vault 21 has been integrated into the New Vegas Strip. But here's the kicker. It's not exactly thriving anymore. The Vault's been repurposed into a hotel and gift shop, run by Sarah, one of the most memorable NPCs in the game. Sarah is super proud of her Vault's history and will happily sell you souvenirs or rent you a room. Pro tip, her dialogue is gold, so don't skip it. I skipped it because I've played this like a million times. But why isn't Vault 21 still a full-blown casino? Well, that brings us to the big man himself, Mr. House, the mastermind behind New Vegas. When Mr. House took control of the Strip, he saw Vault 21 as a potential rival to his casino empire. So he made a deal with the Vault's residents, or let's be real, probably strong-armed them. Most of Vault 21 was filled with concrete, sealing off the lower levels, turning it into a shadow of its former self. Only a small part of the vault remains, accessible, which you can explore in-game. When you visit Vault 21 in Fallout New Vegas, you'll find it right on the Strip, marked by a neon sign for the gift shop. Inside, there's a mix of retro Vault aesthetics and a casino flair. Sarah is your main point of contact, and she's got some fun interactions. You can buy Vault-themed collectibles, rent a room, or even flirt with her if you've got the right perks. Hello, Black Widow or Lady Killer. There's also a small quest tied to Vault 21 called the Finger of Suspicion, part of the Omerta's storyline. Without spoiling too much, let's just say it involves some shady dealings and gives you a chance to poke around the vault a bit more. The accessible areas are limited because of all that concrete, but all the place still feels alive, with slot machines and the classic Fallout atmosphere. So what happened to the people who lived in Vault 21? Well, when Mr. House rolled in, the residents faced a tough choice: integrate into his vision of New Vegas or hit the road. Most chose to stay, blending into the Strip's population, and working in its casinos or other businesses. The Vault's gambling culture lives on in a way, since the Strip is basically one giant casino, but Vault 21's unique identity was mostly lost. It's a bittersweet story. Vault 21 survived the apocalypse, only to get buried under concrete by a guy with a robot army and a dream of a shiny New Vegas. Vault 21 stands out because of its perfect example of how Fallout New Vegas weaves storytelling into every corner of its world. It's not just a location, it's a snapshot of society shaped by chance, then reshaped by power. The Vault's gambling experiment reflects the high-stakes vibe of the Mojave, where every choice feels like a roll of the dice. Plus, it's a reminder of how Mr. House's control reshapes everything in his past, even a vault that survived the end of the world. And there's another story of Vault 21, folks. From an underground casino to a concrete-filled relic, it's one of the coolest places of lore in Fallout New Vegas. Have you explored Vault 21 yet? Got a favorite moment with Sarah or a story about gambling your way through the Mojave? Drop in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this deep dive, hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for Fallout content. Until next time, stay safe out there in the wastelands.